What is up YouTube? James back here. Welcome back to another episode of VGC 2018 Baek Battles. Today we are still using Mega Latios team up with Mega Latios, Xurkitree, Tapu Fini, Kartana, Mamoswine, and Incineroar. If you haven't checked out the last episode, it was episode number 200, and we finally got to bring the Mamoswine. Spoilers, but we finally got to bring the Mamoswine. And guess what? It did do some work, so highly recommend go check it out. But let's get started and play some more games with this team. I feel like I've gotten a bit more used to this team, like how it plays. Latios' bulk has been a little bit disappointing for me. I felt like it would have taken hits a little bit better, but then again, maybe I'm confused with Latias, but I felt like it would have still taken like hits a little bit better than how it's been handling, but it's been doing alright, doing some decent damage overall. I don't regret using Mega Latios, and I think this team is decent for it. So, let's see if we can pick up some more wins in today's episode, but we'll find out as the story continues. But I forgot what episode number was this. I think, well, this is episode 201. I don't remember what number it is for this team. I think I cannot remember. I think this is the 5th episode with this team. Yes, it is the 5th episode with this team. And I do want to announce that next week, I'm not sure if we'll be having back-to-back battles because I'm going to be traveling a lot next week. There's obviously internationals that weekend, and then I'm traveling and doing some stuff before internet, so I'm not exactly too sure of if there'll be videos next weekend. I'll probably be confirming that in one of the next 2 episodes if there will be videos, but very likely that there won't be videos next weekend. So please, if there are no videos, that I'll just be busy traveling. I'll announce it on Twitter officially, so if you do want that news, be sure to hit up my Twitter. And of course that means live streams will be a bit delayed. I'm still going to be trying to live stream a little bit before internets, but yeah, obviously I do want to focus on internets, you know, just practicing, obviously having a good time. So not exactly sure if I'll be able to get videos and live streams up, but we'll find out. It's going to be a pretty hectic week next week for me, so please try to understand. Otherwise, I think I'm going to cut here till we find our next game, so we'll be right back. Alright, we got Calvin for the United States, 1511 rating, as our first opponent of the day, bringing the team of, Salamence, Tapu Koko, Incineroar, Ferrothorn, Landorus, Varian, and Milotic. So this is going to be an interesting team. I really do like Latios and Xurkitree. These Pokemon do extremely well in this matchup. I think I have to bring my own Incineroar. I'm not liking... Okay, Mamoswine, it's okay here, right? It does well against the Koko, Incineroar, Salamence, and Landorus. Ooh, that's actually really tempting. But I'm pretty sure what my opponent's going to bring. I think you do bring... Do you bring Milo? Milo's not that great here, but... I could see Ferrothorn for sure. Not sure about Milo. I definitely do want Latios, Xurkitree, and Cart. I think Incineroar, because I think Incineroar is actually pretty good in this matchup. Yeah, I don't know. I like Mamoswine. It's just, I feel like Milotic and Ferrothorn are each going to be Pokemon that are going to be annoying to handle. Also, I don't really have great... Well, if I'm bringing Kartana, I don't really like not being able to Earthquake unless I'm next to Xurkitree protecting or Latios. I think I'm going to bring Incineroar. I like Incineroar because the fact is, I really like just having a backup answer to the Salamence if it gets out of hand, because a double edge is going to hurt. Like, a double edge is really going to hurt my Latios. I don't really want to take a double edge if I don't have to at full power, because that could, if my opponent gets a little bit chipped, like a late game Salamence could sweep my Latios, which is what I don't want happen. Latios plus Xurkitree going to come out here against the Incineroar Salamence. Okay. Salamence can't really do anything too much. Incineroar can threaten, but not really much otherwise. I wonder if this is Tailwind Mega Salamence. Usually they run Dragon Dance, so I'm not really thinking it will be. I think my best play of interest is just to Mega Evolve and attempt Tailwind, and I could get Incineroar in, which I don't think is a bad play at all. But I also am thinking of just focusing on the pressure right here by targeting down the Salamence slot with the HP Ice. I think I am going to go for the HP Ice. I think it's very likely that a Fake Out's just going to happen, and Salamence, Tailwind, Dragon Dance, something's going to go up. So, not exactly sure what my opponent's going to do here. My opponent's not in the worst spot. I don't feel like I'm in a bad spot either. I feel like it's a neutral standpoint. But I don't want one, let's say, like Salamence doubling out on my Milotic as I switch in Incineroar, because that would have been pretty bad. Because of the fact I would have probably, like, gave the Milotic a competitive boost potentially. So, Latios is going to Mega Evolve first. We can't confirm if we're faster than the Salamence until this turn happens because of the fact that Latios naturally outspeeds regular Salamence. So let's see what my opponent's going to go. It is going to be a Fake Out going to come out into the Latios, and a Tailwind does come out for my opponent. Okay. And we do go for the HP Ice. It is a pretty powerful HP Ice, but depending on the Salamance's investment, it'll probably be able to take it. Or not, we just able to knock out the Salamence, so basically a great turn one. Could have been pretty bad if I switched out Xurkitree out into my Incineroar, for instance. Yeah, that turn works out pretty good for me. My opponent might have got Tailwind up, but otherwise didn't really get too much otherwise. Let's see what my opponent's going to bring out next. It's going to be the Ferrothorn. I really wonder my opponent's trying to bait me to bring out my Incineroar so he can double out on my Milotic here. But right here, I don't see a problem with going out on my own Incineroar, and I just don't feel like he would switch on to my Milotic because I do have this Xurkitree, like, being such a big threat to my opponent right now. And as you can see, it really wasn't worth for my opponent. I'm actually really surprised that Tailwind came out, if anything. We're going to see the Incineroar switch out into the Landorus. Oh, so there is no Milotic. Okay. So Landorus is going to come out. Going to bring out an Intimidate. I don't see... I guess I could have Protect Tailwinded too. That could have been another factor. But I didn't want Z-move happening. Incineroar is just such a safe switch, and I feel like at this point of the game. And I'm actually really tempted. Did I throw off a Gigavolt Havoc into the Lander slot? It wouldn't be that bad of a play. We will protect Xurkitree here. We'll see what Ferrothorn goes for. Probably a Leech Seed. Or just a Power Whip into the Xurkitree, which I will gladly take as well. I don't want to just go for Fake Out in the Landorus, and Substitute doesn't really buy me turns. I'm wondering if I should actually fire off a Thunderbolt into the Landorus. You know what? If this Landorus can't protect, it's really... Incineroar is probably like a play you're forced to go for, right? Because you can't afford to Fake Out HP Ice into your Landorus slot. Otherwise, I think you would just lose the game indefinitely. I am going to fire off a Thunderbolt into the Landorus, as it just reveals Protect. Okay. Which isn't too bad either for me. So we'll Fake Out Thunderbolt. I could have went for Sub, but as I said before, Power Whip would break my Sub anyway, so it's a pretty pointless turn where I wouldn't get anything. I could have also went for Flare Blitz maybe and switched down to my Latios. That could have been a thing. My opponent crits my Xurkitree. That was the worst case scenario, I guess. Still not a bad turn, I guess. That it does make it pretty difficult though, because the Incineroar is going to be a bit more annoying to handle on my opponent's side. We'll bring out the Latios here. U-turn can come out, which is annoying. Plus Gyro Ball. This really got annoying. I'm gonna go for the Ice Beam into the Lander stuff. It is the last turn of Tailwind for my opponent, which is pretty good. I will fire off the Ice Beam just in case my opponent stays in. I don't think it's worth going for Leech Seed just yet. I'll go into Kartana because I don't want to lose my Incineroar to a Groundium. Then it makes things really difficult here. We are probably going to see that Groundium come out. Yep. So the damage on Kartana really doesn't matter because I'm going to be walling the Ferrothorn for days. So all I really have to do is get rid of this Landorus, trap Incineroar, get it to neutral, and weaken it to where Sacred Sword picks up the knockout. We're going to see Tectonic Rage come out into Kartana, which I don't mind because we're definitely going to live a Tectonic Rage on -1. Yeah, like, that's still big damage, but we will trade the Landorus right here, and Landorus going down pretty big, very big. Is Leech Seed probably going to come out? Seed to my Latios. Which again won't do too much. I do want to get a Flare Blitz in this Ferrothorn, and I do want to get a knockoff into the Incineroar. That's how I'm going to be able to win this game. So we're going to see the Incineroar come out. I think it goes for knockoff into my Kartana. I don't see why you wouldn't go for knockoff into my Kartana. The Incineroar switch from my side is very obvious. I could see maybe just a Fake Out or something though. However, I think you do go for a knockoff here. But I don't mind losing my Incineroar's Berry, and I think I will just fire off an Ice Beam and try to get some damage into the Incineroar. Yeah, it doesn't seem like a bad position here. I just keep weakening the Incineroar, as I said. so I can win the game with my Kartana plus Incineroar in the back. We'll retreat here into the Incin. And I wonder if it's worth going for the Fake Out and Ice Beam, or if it's just worth going for the knockoff straight out. Probably a Leech Seed knockoff combination gonna go out in Incineroar, that's what I would imagine. Ice Beam is an okay amount. I can't tell if there's Assault Vest. Knockoff gonna come out into the Incineroar, like I anticipated. And Gyro Ball actually just gonna come out straight into the Incineroar. Okay, so no Leech Seed, which is pretty good for me. I can go for a probably knockoff here. I'd rather go for knockoff, I think. Yeah, I'm just gonna fire off a knockoff and Ice Beam. I just need to put this in range of the Sacred Sword. I do wonder if this Incineroar does carry Low Kick though. That's like the one factor I'm a little bit scared of, because that makes this game a little bit interesting, I guess. Therefore, I'm going to Protect here, which doesn't really do too much for me. I'll Flare Blitz at the next turn if possible. Ice Beam going to come out into the Incineroar slot. And I wonder what my opponent's going to go for with his or her Incineroar. Going to be the Flare Blitz and turning down my Incineroar slot. Maybe just trying to go for the most damage, because that's the most damaging move my opponent can go for. Or trying to catch a Kartana on the switch. And again, knockoff going to come out. Getting rid of a barrier, I would assume. That is Sacred Sword range. Gets rid of the barrier. Okay, so all I have to do is knock off Ferrothorn, and then Kartana should be able to sweep this game. I will go for the Flare Blitz. And I'll just weaken the Incineroar one more time with Ice Beam. That should seal up the game. Unless this Incineroar does carry Low Kick and crits my Incineroar. I'm not... I think a crit would knock out, but I'm not too sure. Just going to continue Flare Blitzing. So, yeah, I'm not going to be able to knock out my Incineroar. Yep. And that's definitely in Sacred Sword range. Flare Blitz going to come out. Target down the Ferrothorn on my opponent's side of the field. Goodbye, Ferrothorn. And that should allow my Kartana to win the game, as I wanted the recoil will be enough. I'm pretty sure. Actually, yeah, I think it should knock out. Ooh, we actually do live. But it doesn't really change much. I'll go for the Flare Blitz. Ice Beam. I mean, it really doesn't matter. Kartana outspeeds Incineroar. I pick up the knockout regardless. So, yeah, this game's pretty much a lost cause for my opponent. I'm going to go for the knockoff here and finish off my Incineroar. But that allows me to get a free switch in the cart. And 2 Ice Beams finish off this Incineroar anyway. Unless this Incineroar somehow outspeeds Kartana. But no, that's impossible. Incineroar's base speed is base 60. It cannot outspeed my Kartana, because my Kartana is EV to outspeed base 70s. And max speed base 70s. So Incineroar, no way to outspeed Kartana. As the match is going to be forfeited, we will take a win in today's episode. So really nice that just turn 1 worked out for me. I either got a lot of momentum up with my Tailwind. If my opponent even faked out Xurkitree, I was still in a decent spot, because we trade Tailwinds there. And there's not much my opponent can do. I'm really surprised that we didn't see the Milotic or Coco, because those were 2 Pokemon I was really fearing in that matchup. But luckily able to pull through. Ferrothorn I thought would come out. It was pretty good against my Mamoswine, which, yeah, because I'm just really surprised that we didn't see... No, we saw Ferrothorn. Milotic was something I was expecting there, because it handled my Mamoswine. A backup answer to Mamoswine, which my opponent didn't really have many answers to. And my... Incineroar. I just checked my Incineroar Mamoswine, but maybe my opponent thought it wasn't worth it, because other than handling those 2 Pokemon, Milotic didn't like Kartana, Feeny, Xurkitree, or Latios, which does make a lot of sense there. So, yeah, Mamoswine could have done a lot of work, as I said before, with the Icicle Crash and Tailwind, Ice Shard, Earthquake, all that good stuff would have done pretty well. But I think just the other Pokemon were better in this case, since I had Ice coverage on Xurkitree plus Latios, and Xurkitree just being able to threaten the Coco, because Gigavolt Havoc does knock out Tapu Koko in electric terrain, because it's a super powerful Z move coming out from Xurkitree. But able to pull out a win, which is really nice. The game went pretty nice. Turn 1, just knock out the Salamence, get the Beast Boost, and then my opponent really couldn't take advantage of Tailwind. Was able to get the Landers in, but otherwise, yeah, just couldn't do much against me. Was able to switch into that Tectonic Rage well, not lose my Incineroar. Cortana was able to survive. Crit made the game a little annoying, but I guess it didn't matter really, as we got Tina from Japan, 1706 rating. Do I even have anything? Oh, I have Snatch for Minimize, but I'm not sure how much that helps. I do have Kartana too. My opponent's team doesn't like Kartana. I'm gonna try this out. I kind of want to cut it out because I really just don't like showing minimize because it's not really well, it's something you might see in a VGC tournament, but it's just so rare. Wait, there's no Chansey. I don't know what to say about that. Kartana, Incineroar. Did I bring Zerk? I think Zerk is okay. Beanie, I think. Let's see how this is gonna go. Why do we have to play against stupid minimize? Okay. I hate facing, because what we're gonna see is the guard split minimize tech. Well, guard split for sure. I don't know about minimize. Probably, you would assume they run minimize, but maybe my opponent doesn't run it. We'll find out. I do want to bring Feeny because it does deny the toxic, potentially. I'm gonna say Sableye, be Niculus. Okay. Curious. I don't want Willis going on to my Kartana because that would be pretty bad. I think switching to Feeny here and just going for a fake out into the Nicholas is very safe here. Wonder why. Well, Trick Room's going up, that's for sure. Yeah, and I don't think Sableye can threaten otherwise. I think Willis or fake out maybe into Kartana. So I'll retreat Kartana here. I do need Kartana. We'll go on a Feeny. Fake out from Sableye. Sableye's slower than Incineroar usually, so yeah, because his base speed is really, so we'll find out. We're gonna see Rhea Nicholas just protect, which is fine. Fake out into that, and a Will-O-Wisp. Yep, I do call it. I'll go for the Moonblast here into the Rhea Nicholas, and I guess go for the knockoff. I think that's fine. I'm not really too worried about the chance the Blissful setting up. We're gonna see ally switch. Okay. I mean, you're taking a Moonblast, so I'll take that. I don't mind going for this Rhea Nicholas here, as we will get a Moonblast off into the Sableye, doing a good amount. We will be able to knock off the Sableye, and I'm pretty sure Rhea Nicholas is the Z move. I'm pretty sure it's Psychium. We're gonna see the Trick Room come out. Does this thing get guard split? Or is the Shuckle just going to come out and we're going to see the guard split into the other slot? I don't want Psych Up. Shuckle's going to come out. Yep. And let's all go for the Shuckle here. Yeah, I'll just go for the Shuckle here with knockoff. I hope this Rhea Nicholas doesn't have Psych Up because that's the one thing I just don't want happening, because that's like the one thing that screws me over. We're gonna see the Blissful come out. This thing's gonna be even more of a pain. Guard Split gonna come out. It's not like we can knock off like in the Violite from Chansey. It's a Blissey, so this is gonna be one hell of a Pokemon to deal with. Knockoff, good amount. Goggles. Well, I guess it avoids the Rage Powder, which makes sense. Muddy Water. Knocks out the Shuckle. Oh, it's a crit. Okay. Because I know. Ooh, and we get an accuracy drop. That's actually pretty nice. Okay. So we get rid of Shuckle, which is good. Rhea Nicholas is going to come out, though, and I have no idea what's going to go for. I will go for Snatch here. And I guess Calm Mind up. Yeah, I might as well Calm Mind up. I don't know this Rhea Nicholas. I mean, I don't think it should, but I'm going to Snatch. The minimize. The potential minimize. I really don't want it happening. I don't know what this moveset on Rhea Nicholas is. I don't know if it's like Shattered Psyche, which shouldn't knock out Feeny because I'm pretty sure it'd be full defensive on this team. So we'll Snatch whatever my opponent really wants to go for. Skill swap. Okay, so my opponent's. Oh yeah, it's just a skill swap Magic Guard set. Okay. Z move. Oh, please tell me this isn't like Z minimize or something. What? Okay, you're only getting +2. Wait, +1. Oh, shoot. I can't snatch to Blissey if I'm snatching my... Well, actually, no. Blissey ever goes for anything. I mean... Oh, that's a fail. That's a fail. Well... There's only one more turn of Trick Room left. I'm gonna snatch because I really don't want my opponent going for a double team. I'd rather see Seismic Toss over and over again. So I'll go for Snatch and I'll Moonblast the Reinix, I guess. Psychic gonna come out on a Feeny. Seismic Toss, okay. So it's Z move on the thing too. I can't even target it down effectively. Moonblast gonna come out. Okay, damage. We even get a special attack drop, which is nice. At this point, I think I just have to stall it out a little bit. Luckily, I have a berry too, and this Reinix shouldn't have a move. Yeah, it doesn't have a move that can actually target out my Incineroar. So my opponent's probably forced to go for 5 Seismic Tosses in order to knock me out. Go for Snatch here. Let's see what my opponent's gonna go for. Skill swap into getting ready to gain the Intimidate. Good play. I get Healer. Okay. I feel like I win with Kartana as long as I play it correctly. Seismic Toss into my Feeny slot, actually, not the Incineroar. Wow. Moonblast. And it's the last turn of Xurkitree. Let's Calm Mind and Knockoff. It's not Z move on the Blissey. I'd rather go for Knockoff in a Reinix, even if it protects here. Because I don't want to activate a Berry by accident. So I'll just Calm Mind up with Feeny. And knock off this Reinix. Let's see if it does reveal an item. It is a no item. It goes for double team. Very nice double team there. Although it's only +2. Trick Room goes up. I gotta stall out the Trick Room now. I'll just keep snatching. Go for Muddy Water and I'm gonna snatch. Reinix is gonna protect, which is fine. As long as I get my Kartana boosted, I think I'm good. Seismic Toss. Into Feeny, not my Incineroar. Wow, my opponent's just leaving the Incineroar around. I do carry Berry, so I will be able to live. And, you know, damage on Blissey is always nice because I can put it closer and closer in the Sacred Sword range. It's just going to be a game of can I get Kartana in that position where I weaken the Blissey enough. Luckily, this Blissey can't heal because of the fact that I'll snatch a Soft Boil if it ever goes for Soft Boil. So if I keep hitting my moves, my opponent has to target down the Incineroar eventually for snatching my water. So let's see what my opponent's gonna do. Gonna Psychic into Feeny once again. I wonder if we're gonna keep targeting on my Feeny at this point. Ah, I get a crit. Toss into Incineroar. Okay, I don't mind a crit now. Hit the nice. Okay. Seismic Toss, double team. You have to assume Soft Boil. Toxic? Because how do you beat ghost types otherwise? I mean, if this is fire move, I'm going to scream, but please, is it worth? I can play around with timer, I think. I'm just going to go for the Moonblast and a Snatch once again. I do have a Berry on Incineroar, so I'm not really too worried. Because the next Seismic Toss is going to proc Berry. Yep, Seismic Toss. Alright, so let's see. Can we hit the Moonblast? Although I don't think it really matters too much. We do hit a Moonblast. Nice. Send the Blissey. Hard switching to Kartana since it's the last turn and just snatch again. I'm never letting this thing get another double team up. Although I don't think it matters. I think I'm going to be able to get a Sacred Sword off, maybe 2, and then the Gigavolt should finish off this Blissey. Regardless. But we'll find out. We'll snatch here. And yes, what Snatch does basically is it forces this team to keep targeting down the Incineroar slot with the Seismic Tosses because they can't really do much of anything else. We'll go for the Sacred Sword here into the Blissey, and we'll go for the Snatch here. And I don't, since my opponent can't use recovery moves because of the fact that Incineroar will just snatch them, I'm in a pretty good spot to win this game, I think. Sacred Sword. That really doesn't do much. Seismic Toss. into the Incineroar once again, but that's fine because you're forced to go for another Seismic Toss, and I'm gonna get a Sacred Sword off and Snatch once again, and this is how you beat Blissful. You Snatch Incineroar so they can't set up. Although I think Kartana could have still won. If I didn't have Snatch, I would just have to KO my own Pokemon, get the Beast Boost with Kartana, and I'd be able to win the game through that way because I'm pretty sure +3 would be able to knock out. My opponent attempts a Soft Boil there, but I always go for Snatch. There's no way for my opponent to win. And as you can see, Incineroar using Soft Boil. Ah, give me that egg. Give me that egg. Give me that delicious hard-boiled egg for breakfast. As yeah, Sacred Sword, Snatch. That's gonna be a good game. So, how to beat Blissful? How to beat Guard Split? Kartana does really well in this matchup. Snatch and Incineroar did really well in this matchup. We couldn't really lose to it, thankfully. And yeah, able to pick up a victory, which is really nice there. So, gonna go 2-0 in today's episode. Blissful is not exactly the most fun strategy, but it's always nice when this team does have pretty effective ways to handle it. Again, if I didn't have Snatch, all I would have to do is KO my own Mons with Kartana to get the Beast Boost, because Blissful can only go for a Seismic Toss unless it has a Fire-type move, but if you had a Fire-type move, I think you would have to go for it in that position. And then, yeah, and since they don't carry Fire-type moves, I just KO my own Pokemon, get the Beast Boost. Blissey's Seismic Toss is like a 4 KO. +2 attack will be a 2 KO on the Blissey. And a +2 Sacred Sword would be a 2 KO on the Blissey. Sacred Sword, just Sacred Sword. I also have a Z move Xurkitree in the back if I really need to. I'd KO my own Incineroar, KO my own Feeny, and bring out my Xurkitree afterward. Sacred Sword, Gigavolt Havoc, Sacred Sword once again. My opponent couldn't really beat that otherwise. But thank you all for tuning in today's episode of VGC 2018 Baek Battles. If you did like it, please leave a like down below, show some support. So as you can check out the rest of my stuff down below in the description, such as my social medias, the sites here on my channel. All of that will be linked down below, as well as if you want to try out the team. Everything is down below, movesets, EVs, all that good stuff. Otherwise, feel free to leave a comment as I do read them. Follow me on my social media, such as my Twitch channel, and again, my Twitter if you want any updates on the channel. Otherwise, have a great day, people. Until we battle again, I'll catch y'all later.